settled next to the Willamette River. Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Army's offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day.
Guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense, they're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
And the returner is stopped. The Ducks offense will go to work for the first time today. On first down, here comes this offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They're down to the 32-yard line on first and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Tackle is made after the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've been running it, but now the pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Wilson will throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He wants it all. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Going with the ground game left. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Shotgun snap on third down. Trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looking for a block. It's Brown. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this third and short. The Ducks will keep this drive going.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep...
Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Black Knights can do it on the ground with a Mr. Inside or Mr. Outside. They just love to run it.
Do it however way you want it. Whether it's inside and they're going to give the first one or they're going to run the option off it, you're going to get a steady dose of running the football. They will check to see how physical you want to be in a football game.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Got a lot of room to the right. Past the 20. Touchdown, Army! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Skips away from pressure. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They run the reverse. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting him...
Oh, it's out! How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in from the left hash. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Oh, it's a reverse. Hits it with a stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defensively, it's like which one of these guys are the most dangerous. Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do? They put him in motion. And he goes across the formation really quickly. They give him the football, and he just is so fast, chews up yardage. Defensively, there's so many things to be talking about, to be talking through. And then they do stuff like that. It's even more confusing.
Running to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking to the big tight end. Got a wide open receiver. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
I do not know what happened on that play, but they did forget to cover the big fella. So I might continue to find the big fella. He might have some kind of cloaking mechanism. I don't know what it is, but they didn't want to cover.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Tennessee opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll line up for a second down play. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. And the Black Knights pick up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. On the return, it's Brown. He's got great speed. Ducks! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play? He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's looking to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Brown. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He's back to throw on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Catch in the middle. It's Dickey. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Dickey. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense just needs something positive to happen. They're trailing in this game. A turnover would be massive for momentum right now. And a nice effort defensively, getting a hand on the ball, knocking it down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
Right, and they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like you've had an enjoyable day there today in Eugene. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
The Black Knights will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They open this 3rd quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical. They're
running toward the tape. He's up the 40. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's reverse. At the 20, he's got space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
great tough running by the running back, low to the ground, continues to drive his legs and push the pile to get that first down.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively he's giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He gets a block. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On the option. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and
the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense does that.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Rifles it down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Ducks decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. They'll put the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back on the move.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
A strike downfield. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got an open man. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Black Knights. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are deep.
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. First down to start the drive after the break. It's a reverse. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Just ran over it. And he's knocked down, but not before.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wilson to pass. Going for the big play. He makes the catch inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Nets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet.
And it's loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wants to throw on 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back. Army has it back, and the offense ready to go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity to...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on second down. Uncorks it. Makes the grab. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Black Knights! A great catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking down the left side. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that